Hi everybody, a very, very warm welcome in this session today. And today's topic is very important because it's all about proposal making. And basically, it's all about understanding that how do we actually make proposals faster and better with time. That's what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to focus purely on that today. I'm sure that all of you guys send proposals day in and day out basis. So we're going to look at that very, very easily. So today, my focus is going to be about presentation and proposal making. So I'm going to be showing you a couple of tools which actually help you do that. Today we're going to see about 6 tools in particular. I've covered these tools in the past, but just from a overview perspective, today I'm going to go a little deeper in every tool to help you understand those things in a better way. Okay. So let's first understand that why do proposals fail and what is the smarter way of doing things today. Okay. So first, today we are solving a problem, where most of the distributors at this point in time are spending, you know, at least 3 to 4 hours uh, by telling them about what to invest, where to invest, what should the strategy be, what should the narrative be, etc., etc., etc. Number two, generic proposal unfortunately uses deals. Right? A proposal is one that can actually help you to understand the person's risk appetite, understand what can be done about it, right? And actually help them with something. And by the end of the session, I would say that you will be able to make a world-class proposal for yourself in under 20 minutes, right? Now, what is the old way of doing proposals? The old way of doing proposal was you spend 3 hours on a PowerPoint, build same proposal for every client, do manual research, have very amateur designs, and be stressed before meetings. But the new way of doing things is we can use proposals using a tool called Gamma. We can personalize proposals very fast through AI. And I can use Notebook LM, which can read 50 to 100 pages instantly. And I can make a professional client ready output and walk confidence on the meeting. So let me show you some very interesting tool called Gamma first. Okay. Now, I'll show you 2 ways of doing that. First, let me show you a very quick video on Gamma on how does Gamma really work, what Gamma do for you. Then let me show you how I use Gamma for myself and how I'll actually work around with that. Just 1 second, no guys. We will share the sound as well. Over here, yes. Let me show you a very quick video on this. Absolutely. I will be with slow, Nubji. Thank you so much for your feedback. Don't worry, I'll go a little slow. Okay. All right, guys. So this is a tool called Gamma. Now, let me show you how this tool actually works to build a presentation for yourself. So why don't you guys give me a topic on Chatbox right now for which you want to build a presentation for? I'll take up your topic and I will actually build a presentation for you for the same. So anybody, just give me a topic of your choice and I'll actually make a presentation for you for that topic. Okay. Let's take an IAP for industrial workers in layman. That's nice. Can all of you guys hear me very, very clearly right now? If you can hear me clearly, give me a quick yes on chat box. Yeah. I hope my voice is not getting echoed. You're able to hear me absolutely clearly. Okay. I think Raman Nath, sir, if you check at your end, because I think because at my end I can't see any echo happening. I got cushions around me, please. Okay, so just check it. Maybe there's some network issue at times. Let's take this topic of IAP for corporate employees and mid management. Okay. Let's just simply go to a simple tool. Let's just go to our Gamma right now. Just give me a second. Just a second, guys. Okay. All right, let's just do this. Let me come to this tool called Gamma. Okay. I also give you a link. When you join through this link, you should be able to get 200 credits, right? And you should be able to get 5 more PPTs free of cost. Let's take a very simple level topic. So first go to create new, go to generate over here. Let's put topic about give 5 strategies that any individual can do to create wealth using mutual funds. Keep the presentation really simple with examples and analogy so anyone can understand. So see over here, this is basically they're able to give us 10 slides on strategy. Once I'm happy with this content, I can now decide whether I want my content to be minimal, to be concise, means very small, Detailed means the content will actually have more slides, more content, or extensive. I can basically make very extensive, like a very verbose PPT as well. I think in today's time, people don't like to read. Let's keep it minimal for now. We can choose visuals. So we want to be like, what color scheme do we want over here? We want like multicolor. Do you want like black and white? So let's just choose this one. Okay. And then we can also choose whether we want to keep AI images, whether we want to keep stock photographs, whether you want photographs from the web. Okay. And then what if I want Indian faces? Yeah. Indian people also generate. So what happens, my images will not be with Asian or American people. It'll actually be with Indian people. Okay. Now, AI will do the hard work for me. It will actually go and create an entire presentation, which I will probably take the entire day to write. But AI can do that at lightning speed for me very, very fast. So this, guys, building wealth with mutual funds. Simple roadmap. What's a mutual fund? One basket, many fruits. People can invest in stocks, bonds, securities, whatever they want. Take the risk, do a professional management of things over there. Strategy one, start early, start small. Power of compounding. Strategy two, invest consistently. Weekly grocery habits, fixed amounts, average your price down. Strategy three, diversify. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread across asset classes, different sectors, different things, and you can also hold index funds as well. Strategy four, keep your costs very low, right? So expense ratio impact, small fees compound. Strategy five, stay to the course. Market fluctuate, don't panic sell, have long-term focus. And then your wealth building playbook. Start early, diversify, minimize cost, be patient. Long-term game, etc. etc. So this is one way of building presentation, one strategy of doing it. Okay. How many guys found this to be pretty good? You would on chat box. That you're able to make simple presentations very fast. Normally, it takes a lot of time to make presentation, but this is actually pretty handy, right? A very handy tool for any one of us to do this. And now we can actually explain things simply to people, and we can give presentation in offices in tax saving season and do that very, very well. For this to be good, give me a good on chat box, everybody. Yeah. Now I'll show you something very interesting. Now, what if I want to make it in the story form? I want to make it like a story. How do I do that? So I got a topic from somebody talking about equity funds for creating generational wealth. Now, let me show you something interesting. I'll first go to Gamma this time. This time I'll tell Gamma, create new with AI. Tell them I want to show a story of tortoise and rabbit in animated way and teach a topic of equity fund for creating generational wealth. Can you make all creators of tortoise and rabbit look the same character, but through a simple story? I am talking about how to invest in equity, mutual funds, and create wealth for normal. So now you simply do this. Now see, basically it gave the entire story to us. Now this is it. Right? Image prompts. I would also want to see like what the image prompts come like. Then I'll choose concise. Let me choose this time a simple template. Generate. Now it'll actually create the same character for myself again and again, again and again, again and again. Yes, yes, Anupji. So I can make a presentation in Hindi also. Look at this, guys. The tortoise and the hare. Generational wealth tale. Media investor. Hare. Born always in equity, drawn to higher risk, high reward investment, still to investment market. Tortoise. Cautious and thoughtful, preferring stability over excitement, value predictable, steady progress, and long-term security. Both start investing 10,000 rupees every month from very first paycheck. Here's the strategy. The thrill of the market. Stock market dive, high return focus, quick gains. But tortoise strategy is safety and slow lane. Fixed deposit, PPF account, steady progress. The first decide the tale of two parts. The hare journey, market roller coaster ride, tortoise, smooth, consistent, no C plus nice, predictable XYZ. The power of compounding. Equity is long-term gain. So year 1 to 10, foundation. 10 to 20, acceleration. 20 to 30, transformation. Generational wealth, right? So 30 years of investing 10,000 every month, 15% annual returns. After 30 years, tortoise, steady investment has built substantial nest egg. And here, despite initial boldness, have lost money due to poor timing and stock picks. So Tota's patience pays off, equity advantage, blah, 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 blah. So see, I'm able to create an entire story also with this. And I can actually explain things more simply to people automatically. Found this to be very amazing, everybody. Yeah, pretty cool strategy. So you can do that. Now, what if I want this presentation to be in Hindi or some other language for that matter? So okay, let me show one example to you. Now, Shikhar is asking you a question about, can we make a report about any particular company stock, about company financials peer group comparison? Yes, you can do that, Shikhar. So let's look at this one example of company stock, and let me do this presentation in Hindi for now. Okay. So how will I do that? By the way, once you're happy with the presentation, then I can also export it out from here. Share, export, export to PowerPoint. Yeah. So yes, so this PPT is completely editable, Taral. You can change whatever you wish to change. So this PPT is completely changeable. You can change whatever you want over here. This symbol is wrong. Just take out a symbol to be rupee. So I can change this also. So you can do that very easily. Yeah. Now let me show you how to make chart and graph wala PPT in a better way. So first, I'll go to ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT that I want to research about this stock of HDFC Bank. I would also want you to please help me with the fundamentals, with the charts, graphs, and also what are the other mutual funds who have invested in HDFC Bank right now? And what are the returns impact look like with the recent turmoil that happened over there? Please give me a report on this first. No, AI will do the hard work for me. Will first give me like a key fundamentals, stock price movements, drive behind the scene turbulence, mutual fund holding. Okay, next steps. Now let me tell AI. Can you also now help me with a simple 10-slide presentation by putting the table and also making a graph and charts for each slide for me, please? So first, give me these charts over here. Give me all these data over here. Right? Now, these data, don't worry about distortment of data. We'll copy this data from here. We'll go to a gamma to paste in text. Just put this thing together. I'm going to 10 slides over here with data. I'll choose concise, just saying, let me say charts and graphs. And then AI will understand this context a little better. And wherever basically it can find the charts or the opportunity to put the charts, it will put the charts for me. Which is the equity exposure mutual fund right now. Short-term and long-term returns for the brands. SWOT analysis, key traffic takeaway. You just saw we were able to build a presentation with charts and graphs, guys, using AI. Quite amazing, everybody. Give me a thumbs up in case you found this to be super cool. That if data is there, you can actually make presentation with AI, with graphs and charts yourself automatically. Okay. Next. So I would give 5 minutes to all of you. Why don't you all go and try it out? Why don't you all go and give it a try? Yes, correct. So the thing is, we use data from ChatGPT and we use Gamma to make a PPT over here. And you can do this for everything. So whether I want to do group comparison, whether I want to do visual comparison, I can do this for all kinds of data. So try it out, people. Go to Gamma. And by the way, if you want to share the PPT link, I can click on this button over here. Go to this share the link, copy link, and I can share link with anybody. So now I'll give you all 5 minutes. I would want all of you to now go and actually see if you all can make a quick PPT and if you can share the link on the chat box with me. Yeah? So go and try it out. I'll give you all 5 minutes. Just go and try. Okay, fantastic. So I can see that Pooja has built a PPT already. Fantastic, very nice. Acha, so Pooja, when you share the link, no, just keep one thing in mind that if you click on this, you should be this button called any of the link and view it. Just click on view over here. Okay. Because if there's no access, then I cannot see it. You should change it to view only and then copy the link and share it. So that I can actually see it. So just change it and then share the link back. I want everybody over here, all the people over here to try it out currently, guys. Just come and try and see if you are able to build this for ourselves. I hope now the people who are, I mean, I saw a complaint by Biswajit. Biswajit, can you hear me clearly now? Am I audible now to you? Are people able to hear me clearly? I hope the sound is clear, coming perfect for everybody. Okay, fantastic. Okay, now I will show you something even better than all of these things. So basically, we saw that one is PPT building, right? Suppose if you want to, what if you want a research back PPT? Then you can use Perplexity or you can use Chat GPT and you can make a research back PPT also. I will give you a couple of more minutes, finish it, then I'll go to the next one. Krishma, Krishma, given time for you to just go and explore Gamma and build a presentation right now. So when you're able to finish, then I'll go to the next tool. So Gaurav, I mean, you need to make your own PPT. So I'll tell you what should be done. So step number one is that I would want you to go to Gamma. So click on my link which I've given you in chat box. Sorry, wait. Click on this link. Go to Gamma. Number one. Okay. Now once you go to Gamma, click on. So there are two ways to make a PPT in Gamma. Number one, create new with AI, generate. So you put a prompt, it makes a PPT for you. Suppose, what if you want a research back PPT? So you want the content to be researched. For example, suppose if I can then go to say, for example, Chat GPT or a Perplexity, and I can put a prompt over there. Prompt can be, I want to build a presentation about why it is a good time now to invest in large caps and mid caps amid the market fall due to war situation. And the best way to enter into the large cap and mid cap is via mutual funds. So, talk about the historical references of how the markets have gone down and always bounced back. Same thing will eventually happen to this as well. So, please help me with a effective presentation. I mean, effective write up on the same right now. So, first, you ask ChatGPT to research for you and generate content for you. The way I'm doing right now. So, ChatGPT now, like researching and this is my ideas to me. So, I'll tell you, okay. Now, let us create a 10 slide content from about data and assist me with the same. So first is what you do is you simply ask AI to give you 10 slide data on this. So the chat GPT will give you 10 slide data, but this is only text. It will not be any PPT because chat GPT can't make a professional PPT for you. You copy this data, come to Gamma, come to paste in text, the text over here. I'll continue. I'll go next. And once again come, generate. Now this time, when I generate this, okay, I will have the PPT content made from ChatGPT by research, but the PPT is built by Gamma. So that's what I want you to do. I would want you to basically make a presentation using Gamma right now. Understood? Okay. Now, you see, when you export this presentation out currently, especially with charts, these charts sometimes are not editable. So while Gamma can give you images, but this data is not editable. You can edit this data somehow, unfortunately. Right? And that is the issue with Gamma today. So let me just show you how to mitigate that issue right now. How can you build a PPT which actually can be edited, that actually can be changed, right? We will look at that right now. Let us finish first. Share, export, export to PowerPoint. Now, when you get a PPT with Gamma, which you export out in your laptop, that PPT will also have a watermark. See, it's got a watermark. Now, how to remove this watermark? Let's understand that. How do I remove this watermark? So the way to remove this watermark is you go to the single view, go to slide master. Yeah. And delete the watermark. You close it. It will actually be, a PPT without watermark. Okay, so you can do that. Now, yeah, you can paste your logo also, obviously. You can do whatever you want. You can paste your logo, put your theme, put your company as a, do whatever. This is completely editable. This is completely changed. You can change whatever you want over here. Right? So you can, nothing to really worry about this. Okay. Yeah, I'll repeat one more time. So Vipinji, how to basically remove the logo, right? So go to view, Slide Masters. You'll see your logo, delete that logo. Now suppose if you want to say, for example, put your logo over here. How do you put a logo in this case? I'll show you. Okay, very simple. Let's take if I go to Google, let's type over here, Kotak Mutual Fund. Copy the image, paste it. Now I can simply just put the logo. So we should put in all slides. And close it, see what happens. My logos are here. Remove that. So that's not a big deal. You can change, put your logo, put your content, put whatever you want. So once you put that on a slide master, it will come in all sides automatically. Okay. All right. Next. Now there's a tool in the market called Claude. Claude is one of the most intelligent tools in the planet. Let me show you why. Now suppose I had a client portfolio. I have a portfolio of client. I would want to make a PPT for my client from more money advisors. And I would want to show the client his status of mutual funds today and what can be done with it. Can you please tell me that if you had to do this manually, right? I mean, if you had to share a presentation report to your client, how would you go about doing it? How would you go about? I'm gonna say, how much time will it take to you to build a presentation for your client? How much time will it take for you? Give me a number on chat box. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. And I want to do this continuously. I want to make a same presentation for multiple clients at the same time. 15 minutes Harsh is saying, okay. What about others? How much time will you all take? Think. Okay. I would say at least nothing less than half an hour to 1 hour for sure. Unless until you have a system in place where you can export the report and PT directly. Let's see the entire report right now. This line. Control A, Control C. Let's come to Claude. Let's tell Claude, I would like to build a report for my client and give him advice on where to invest, looking at his current portfolio, mutual funds. The first is a simple prompt. Now, Claude is one of the most intelligent tools today. It can basically do things very, very fast. So now it'll start building what we call as a very comprehensive document for us. So then we'll talk about that, okay? Now, if I build, so Claude is a little slow. You have to have some patience with Claude. But Claude does the best job. I think among everybody else, Claude actually is the best. So Vipin bhai, what happens is that if you want to anonymize the client's name, and you can edit it manually also, if you want to be sure about safe with the data. Currently, I'm using dummy data, so I'm just put the client name. But technically, don't put any personal details. No name, no email, no phone number. Number one. Number two, portfolio data is okay because that's like a generic information. If it's a client name, you can't do anything with the data, unfortunately. Right? But don't share any PII. But Claude doesn't use your data for training, and they also specify that extensively. One other safe tool is use Copilot. They also guarantee the data security to you. Or use the enterprise version of these tools. So data secure. Maybe use a paid version of these tools to enterprise grade security. Free versions is an issue. So I have a paid plan. Okay, with me. So I'm using a paid plan currently. But you can make the same report in a free plan also. Only, but you can only make one report. You cannot make more than one, two reports every day. Free. It's a free plan. With paid plan, you can do a couple of more reports as compared to that. So Gaurav, that comes with experience. You have to test it out. You have to do A/B testing, to be very honest. And you know, you have to test. There's no shortcut to this. But I will tell you from my own experience at the end which tool is good for what purpose. So don't worry on that. So let us give a couple of minutes. Let it happen. Let me first show the report. And I'm going to convert that report into a editable PowerPoint with charts, and those charts will also be editable. Let's just see. Look at this, guys. This was my original document. Plain, simple, boring, no formatting. Look at the document Claude gave me. How many guys found this to be super cool? Give me SC. Super cool on chat box. And get very happy with the way the formatting is done by Claude. Yeah. Now, suppose I want the same report format each time. I simply tell Claude, make this report as a skill and save it. Now we'll actually make a skill file. And skill file is what? It's basically a file that Claude. I don't have to train Claude to write a report like this again and again. Once the Claude, I give a template to Claude, Claude will basically understand that. It will make a skill file of this automatically and save it. Okay. So I can automate my repetitive tasks using Claude over here. Now, what if I wanted actually charts and graphs? Let me just stop this email, which will be saying. Can you now make me a PPT by Motwani Advisors and make graph charts which are editable within PPT? This is the portfolio slide. And I'm asking you to just give me a PPT with graphs and charts. I can make a proposal for him and suggestions from him. Now it will do the hard work for me and do that for me. Let's see what happens. Okay. So it will take a couple of minutes. It's a little slow. But the quality of presentation that Claude gives us, actually amazing. Yes, yes, Gaurav. So I think you should just get in touch with your RM and they can provide the recording to you of the same. So see, now made a PPT, now doing QA, quality assessment of the PPT. Guys, what we get is a full-fledged client presentation for ourselves. Look at this. Remember down and show you. And this presentation, by the way, is completely editable. So look at this, guys. Suppose I would like to change this data over here. So you can change whatever you want, but this is a native PowerPoint. See? Completely editable PPT. And if you want it in your brand colors, if you want it in your styles, how many guys over here are mind blown with this? Give me an MB, mind blown on chatbots. That you're able to make a professional level editable PPT right now. Yes, yes, yes. Santosh, you have to give your portfolio details of the client. So what you can do is you can hide the client's name. Yeah. And then basically do that. So now let's take. So I was asking you what to do if you want the same style. So now suppose this is the presentation style that I got. I'll tell Claude, save the PPT styling in other in your skill file. Next time, when I give you a portfolio and I tell you make it in portfolio style, you should give me in same style, same format each time. I simply put a prompt. You tell AI to make a skill file. So Claude will make a skill file for you. Skill file is like a file that it saves like a memory. And this memory, it is like a permanent memory right now. And you can do that for yourself. So Harsh, that's correct. Your client report software are very fast. But then the quality of the Claude, the way it builds your content, plus insights, plus recommendation, is what is unique over here. So it's not just about building a presentation. I can also ask the AI to give me advisory in the presentation as well, which your traditional softwares can't do, right? So plus this is also like technically freemium, half free, half paid. But yeah, but it's actually very simple to do these things. Plus you can also change the templates, change the style, do much more. So it has some advantages which your traditional software will have, and traditional software also has some advantage which this will not have. So for static reports, traditional software is very good. You want dynamic reports with recommendations and key insights, then these ones are better. So yeah. So now see, this is like a skill file. A skill file is what is like a file that basically Claude saves in this thing. So we just say save skill. They will save a skill file in its own skill folder. Okay. Now, next time, so let's say, let me just take my PPT up. Let me show you. Let me give a new scenario to it. Let's take I simply come over here. Let me take my temple. Okay. Let's make a portfolio. Let me simply say, make a report for a new client called Hitesh Motwani. He's invested about 60 lakhs. He's invested across Kotak Flexi Cap, Kotak Multi Cap, Kotak Equity, DSP BlackRock Tiger Fund, HDFC Balanced Funds. He's got net returns of 10% across his portfolio per annum, um, because he's invested a good amount of chunk in your flexi and balanced funds. So make us some data right now and make me a presentation in the same style as the and use portfolio skill for that. So now suppose if I had a data, I can simply paste my data and I can just simply tell you that, okay, what skill to use. Now again, AI will look at the portfolio skill file, which you see basically over here. And then basically it will make a new presentation for me for a new client, but in the same style as previously. I can also ask you to add a key insight along with the PPT as well. So yeah. The thing is, skill files are used for what? Repeatable tasks. If you are basically doing this task on daily basis. Let's take figuring out various uh, investments that companies have done, or finding some anomalies, finding some interesting patterns. So you can do all that stuff today with these tools. So see, this make the presentation. The exact Motwani advises house style. So it understands now. It has been fed with that data. Now it will basically build a business with the data. So that's how it is here. Which is one AI tool that takes off care of most requirements by and large. See, it depends what you're looking at, Harsh. Now, if you want to do daily tasks, and if you're like a power user, you do that, you do what tasks almost, let's say 10, 20, 30 tasks in a day. Then in that scenario, you know, you can basically use what we call as chat GPT only, right? But suppose if you are listing, if your task right now is typically high value, like in this case, making a PPT, high value task. In that scenario, Claude will do a better job. The problem with Claude is that Claude keeps on getting exhausted very fast. Okay, that's why. That's the thing. The most intelligent tool right now in the entire market is Claude Hush. So I'll put all my money over here, and I'm also a power user. So I don't mind paying money, right? But then problem with Claude is that the tokens get exhausted very fast. So see, now their tokens get exhausted. Now typically it's $20. All tools are to the $20, which is about 2,000 rupees per month. But then if you want work in bulk and you want AI not to stop, in that case, ChatGPT. So emails, documentation, you're sending out reports. I mean, writing a textual based content, ChatGPT. Research, ChatGPT. PPT building, building, say, for example, small little client checklists, templates, Claude. So for all intelligent tasks, Claude, mundane tasks, ChatGPT. Today in India, by the way, ChatGPT is free for 12 months. The paid plan of ChatGPT is absolutely free. The thing is that you can actually have a paid plan free of cost. So use it till free in India. So see, they actually build a PPT for us. See, same style to Motwani advisors. They'll give you recommendations, which you will not get in your software. Right? So that's the power of pretty clear, everybody. How to use Claude, how to use a skill file, how to add a skill file, how to create repeatable workflows, everybody. If you are clear, give me a clear in chat box. Yeah, I hope this is very clear. Yeah, amazing. Now, whenever you guys want to now level up, and suppose you say that, I would want to, say, for example, now build my own, let's take now, I want to build my own written tool which can give you client reports very fast. By the way, how many people over here have aspiration uh, for building your own AI powered software? Where were data picked up from the last PPT? So I give data to it. Today, let me show you how to make a software that will give you recommendation on what to do with this client, how to upsell, how to cross sell, all strategy. Okay. Now, for this task, I'll go to a tool called Replit. And then I simply tell him, let's take first now. I'm going to tell this tool. So just in case if you want to use this tool, actually you can use this tool for free for 1 month. But they will ask you for your uh, credit card details. And then you will give 1 month free of cost to all of you. So I just copy pasted the data in my last program. Yeah. I'll show you two tools. One is Replit, one is something absolutely. Both are free tools. And they both give you like a free 1 month trial to test it out. Then we come here, simply tell this tool that I want to make a software which is AI powered, powered with a large language model like a Gemini or an OpenAI. And people can ask questions, it will give advice on mutual funds. You should act like Hitesh Motwani, and he's a mutual fund advisor. There should be an option also where I can just copy paste my client data and it will give recommendation basis the data, like basis my copy the document that I paste for you. It will tell me exactly that what should the client do and also give me the upsell or cross sell strategy for the same. Help me build a software like this, just powered with large language models. I see now if you go to Replit will start making software for me. Let me also go to AI Studio. Let me go to build. So build is a place where I can actually build softwares. So now this tool is now building a software for me. Let's just wait for it to finish. They're like software developers, where they can actually today anybody can make any kind of software without you being an expert in this space. So look at this, guys. They got Motwani AI. See what will happen. Okay. And then he will say, I am an investor with 2 lakhs to invest. What should I do? Now, this is powered with Gemini at the back. So there's something called API key. What is the API? API is like a connector between your software and Gemini. And the answer will now come here from Gemini only. The Gemini will tell him to invest in whatever place it has to invest, whatever. But it'll act like my personal. I can click on publish and it'll publish the entire report for me. So see, tells me that hi, Hitesh Motwani is for consumer and accumulating 2 lakh to invest. As a professional advisor, I believe that investing in gold is like driving with the destination. How deploy 2 lakhs? My recommendation: use systematic transfer plan, put money in liquid fund, ultra short debt duration fund, set up an STP. Why? Average out your purchase decision. Where to invest based on time horizon. Scenario A, short term need. Scenario B, medium term need. Scenario C, long term wealth creation. Value added strategy before you invest. Do you have emergency funds? Are you adequately insured? Your next steps. Blah, 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 blah. So it gives me like an entire strategy, like a chatbot. Then I also made a chatbot on client analysis. Let me just paste this entire client analysis data of mine. Strategy recommendation. So now this tool actually generates a strategy recommendation for me. And the backend is again powered with Gemini. We see I just built a custom software without being a developer. How many guys over here are now mind blown with this? give me an MB on chatbots. I'm getting mind blown. Anybody, by the way, can use this tool of yours and they can actually think if you're a professional company, you have so much of stuff. I mean, you're just using AI. Serious. Summary performance, performance, strength, returns, action one, action two, action three, upsell, cross sell. Disclaimer. Yeah. So that is the power that we all have. Because even Replit made the same software. So Replit and this one is same. Which if I ask him how does it structured, how does the market look? See, if I can improve this outcome, I can make this a little better because it's going a star, 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 star. Good portfolio analyzer, let me base a portfolio. With both these tools today can help you with this interesting aspect of data consultation. And I just built an entire software myself. And Replit also deploys its deploy means what? I publish software. Suppose when I'm gonna give the software to you guys. So Replit is like an end-to-end tool. See, I basically put this entire report over here, analyze the client's portfolio. Yes, 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 you can do that. So Gaurav, for creating for saving chat history, well, it can be done. You can tell Replit to give you chat histories by via weekly basis or whatever. But then you have to pay to Replit for those kind of things. Because that has to be paid. That can't basically be free. Okay, so I got an error. Somebody just tell. I got an error while creating dashboard client analysis. Also, I want the text come in rich text format. Currently, something is wrong. Just prompt it again. AI will fix it for you. So that's in me. Discipline compliance to meet MFDs. How to comprehend them such a presentation. So Anup, see, what you can do is whatever SEBI circulars you have, I can typically, you know, copy that on a chat GPT or on a Claude and tell them to make my software compliant to SEBI circulars. So then they will actually keep that in mind and they will do that for you. Okay. The AI tools are fantastic at reading stuff. I would say use that. Let's first finish the entire thing and then we can test some portfolio analysis in Replit also. Um, See, as I think a developer thinking what should be done, how it should be done, and then doing it for us. Okay, let's try. See, guys, recommendation, risk assessment, upsell strategy, action plan, everything is done to Gemini. Advisory chat. What's your small cap right now? So again, my chatbot is thinking. I think give me an entire report. This looks much better. See, this is basically how you can make your own AI tools, guys. Once you're done with this, once you're able to make your own tools, you can actually give a list to these. You can give a list to your friends. Publish it. You get a URL. Give that URL to somebody. Now, when they use that URL, they'll be able to do things for you automatically. Pretty cool, everybody. For us to be cool, give me a cool in chat box. Now, building your own tools, building your own software, the data is not that difficult. You can actually create something very interesting. You should think what should be done. That's it. You think better, you will be able to build it for yourself. Now, next, I can also recommend you one more interesting aspect. Let's talk about it. CB Circle, somebody spoke to me, right? But it's still publishing. It has to publish. The thing is, it will take a couple of minutes. It's still publishing. So once your publishing has happened, okay, then it will be the URL, then you can use the URL. So just wait for it to happen. It will happen. Yeah. Let's just wait for it. Okay. Next. Now let's take a series circular. We got a master circular of SEBI for mutual funds. Now, if you have this, download it first. APMR circle. Now, I got a circle over here. I'll simply come to my chat GPT. That's okay. I mean, I mean, I can take whatever document I want. I mean, just trying to just understand that the process, then you can take whatever circle you wish. Okay. And I cannot tell this tool to basically, can you please read this circular very well? Give me the key pointers that are affecting the mutual fund from an advertising standpoint and disclaimer standpoint. And give me what rules should a advisor and what rules should a mutual fund follow while marketing of schemes and while marketing of funds, and also from an advisory perspective, what are the different things that advisors should really take care of? Let's wait for it. Now they basically are telling us the core philosophy, the advertising rules, the mandatory disclaimers in the ads, everything. Okay. I'm going to copy this entire stuff. And I'm going to tell AI, keeping the above circular in mind, if I have to now generate creatives for my advertising as a mutual fund advisor, let's create one of the ads for talking about invest in equity, large cap mutual funds, especially Kotak mutual fund. And let's simply make a creative around it, but keep the above rules by SEBI in mind and make a creative for me with with me wearing a professional suit right now. So I'll just simply put this entire prompt. Let me just use my camera. I'm gonna take a good picture of mine. Copy this, paste it. Let me just put this across. Now again, this AI tool will keep circulars in mind, the CB circulars in mind, which is right on top. And then basis that it's going to give me a customized creative. So thing is, you can train the model to understand circulars, understand the stuff, and basis that, then AI tool will help you with things and keeping those things in mind. See guys, mean professional environment. And see, it also basically put this disclaimer out here. Correct? So now it will basically keep everything in mind and then actually give me things. Understood? Um, Anup, yeah, I hope you got the point, how to get it done. The thing is, it's not difficult. Today, AI tools are so smart, they can read things, figure out stuff for you. So you just simply do that. Pretty cool, everybody. So yeah, what are you able to do? You're able to build a software. We're able to read document faster. We're able to do things correct. So today, it is just your imagination, guys. What you wish to do. And trust me, you can actually do a lot of things. But it's just that uh, how do you do it? Nothing else. Okay. Okay. My app still hasn't published yet. It's not live, but it will become live. Don't worry. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, but it'll happen. Okay, guys. So I got a question. Would you suggest to put the hyperlink of AI software on our website? See, if you put a hyperlink and if you give a disclaimer, it's good practice. Because if tomorrow something goes wrong, people know that it's not US software. Okay. So it's good. Yeah. I mean, people don't care who built the software. What people care basically is it useful for them or not? So think about usefulness. Moment you are able to make something useful, I think things will happen to you automatically. So, in to answer your question, can we create a video using Claude? Well, not really. Claude is not a tool for video and images. Claude can only do textual based tasks. Claude cannot do anything beyond that right now. So, in case your task is textual in nature, then Claude is a very good tool for you. If your Claude is not textual in nature, then no, not really. Then it's just like, you know, decent tool, but not a great tool. Yeah. Okay. Now, let me just talk about what are the different things you can do with these tools right now. So how would I use them? How would I really go about using say Chat GPT? How would I would do these things here? Okay. Let me talk about 5 prompts that can be used this week from a Chat GPT perspective. So thing is, you know, you can make a proposal for SIP for somebody else if you want. You can also ask AI to be advisor to you and tell you that okay, when people are saying market is too risky, what's to be done about it, then how to respond to them. So I can also basically decide on the strategy on those things as well. I can also create a WhatsApp sequence or WhatsApp messages for my seminar, for my webinars, and get you to conduct those right now for yourself. You can even compare asset classes like a MF versus FD versus gold. Right? And you can also basically use ChatGPT for daily tasks. Next, Claude is like a more deeper tool to do things. So Claude can basically help you to understand fact sheets very, very easily. It can basically create a 5-year roadmap for your clients, for yourself. I can also create a NRI proposal talking about FEMA tax implications automatically too. And most importantly, I can also give some market commentary. I can also basically, if someone is to complain. So for these use cases, Claude is the best because Claude can actually think deeper, is a little more intelligent, and can do things for you automatically. Then Gemini. Gemini, I would say, is fantastic in summarizing large data. I've got a big PDF, summarize it very fast. Gemini is very good for that. Also, Gemini is very good in creative tasks. So creative marketing, those things Gemini is very good at. Now, there's also a very interesting tool which is called as Notebook LM. Let me show you what Notebook LM can do. Yeah. Let me take over the fact sheets for Kotak Mutual Fund. Let me take this. Done this right now. Now I can go to this tool called Notebook LM. I come over here with AI. Just upload the file. Okay. Now, what is Notebook LM very good at? Notebook LM can do a couple of things for you. Number one, it can convert a document to a podcast. Number two, I can also generate like a mind map, like a video, like a flashcard, all those things as well. Number three, I can also build slide decks, PPTs with the same thing as well. Let me show you how. So first, let me click slide deck. There will be podcast. There will be a Hindi podcast. I'm going to build a mind map. So this will do all. They've got a mind map. They've got a report. They've got, say, for example, infographic. They can make some editable for you. They can also make some reports for you. You can do all that stuff. You see, they made a very good mind map for me. So now I can read that report very fast. See, market overview, equity funds, flexi cap funds. So this is like a very quick snapshot that you can actually get of your reports very fast. Yeah, that's what this tool does. So slide deck is where it can make a PPT for you. So let it happen. It'll take about 5 to 10 minutes because PPT part is a little slower. But suppose I can simply say, what is the market view My Kotak MF. Currently. So that will tell me exactly what the money market view is and how will they basically, you know. So I don't have to read the report. I can ask any questions and whatever it does, be it podcast, be it mind map, be it video, be it audio. It just uses the document of mine and gives answers to me. Number one. Number two, I can upload up to 50 sources, website, audio, ebooks, everything over here. Okay. On this tool right now, and I can get my things done over here very easily. So that is the power, guys, of this tool. Now, unfortunately, for video, there are tools like InVideo, Video.io, Hixfield. Somebody asked me on chat, what about video AI tools? But video AI tools are already evolved right now. It's evolving. And also, nothing is free. Everything is expensive, I would say. So guys, see, it took a fun fact sheet right now and actually gave me the infographic on the fun fact sheet like this. How many guys found this to be really, really cool? I mean, very quick summary in a very visual way. Rather than reading a boring report or a boring page, I would rather see this graphic and I can make a lot of sense. Did you find this to be very amazing, everybody? Give me a guess in case you did. So one is, you can surely do this quick infographic for you. Next, with the podcast, can also show the podcast to you as well. So they can actually make an entire audio overview on the internet. This podcast will be done. Let me show the podcast to you.
Imagine you are running a marathon. Your breathing is steady, your legs feel great, and you're actually setting a personal best pace.
You're completely in the zone.
Right, totally in the zone.
Yeah.
But then you look down at your smartwatch and it insists you are somehow losing the race.
Which makes zero sense when you feel that good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that weird disconnect is exactly what's happening with the Indian economy right now. Welcome to today's deep dive. We're pulling insights from the massive Kotak Mutual Fund fact sheet for February 2026 to figure out why.
And it is a very dense fact sheet, so we have a lot to get through.
We really do. Okay, let's unpack this because the underlying economic data looks incredibly strong, yet the financial markets are actually dipping.
It's a massive disconnect. I mean, if you look at January and February of 2026, the real economy is practically sprinting.
Yeah, India's services PMI hit 58.5.
And manufacturing rose to 55.4.
Right. And for anyone listening who doesn't, track PMI daily, that's the Purchasing Managers Index. It essentially surveys business activity.
Yeah, and any score over 50 means the economy is actively expanding.
So hitting the mid-high 50s is serious, tangible growth. Plus, consumer inflation is incredibly low, down to 2.75%.
Which is fantastic. And gross GST.
The taxes collected on goods and services, right?
Yep. That jumped 8.1% to over 1.83 lakh crore. That is undeniable economic momentum right there.
But then you look at the stock market for February, and the smartwatch says we're leasing. The Nifty 50 dropped like 0.5%.
And the BSE Sensex fell over 1%.
So
You see, I don't have to read the I don't have to I don't have to read the fact sheet anymore. I can listen to the fact sheet. So what this tool does, this will actually converts, your data into something called as podcast, and they convert everything into a podcast right now. So that basically is how this tool typically works currently. and I can actually, use it whenever I want, wherever I want, whichever place I want. Pretty amazing, everybody. Yeah, that's Notebook LM. By the way, Notebook LM is so good. The Notebook LM can not only like do these kind of things for you, but they actually are also quite amazing when it comes to assisting you by putting podcast in Hindi. So like now, I also made a podcast in Hindi as well. We show the Hindi podcast to you.
Kotak Mutual Fund fact sheet for February 2026 to figure out why.
And it is a very dense fact sheet, so we have a lot to get through.
We really do. Okay, let's unpack market for February. And
Actually, I think
the is actively expanding.
Exactly.
I think I made a Hindi podcast. My bad. I should the language to be English only over here. I should do the Hindi. So they can easily make a podcast in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, all the Nepali, Marathi, whatever language I want. But it takes us 5 minutes right now. But I hope you got the point. You can make a podcast in Hindi also. You can make a podcast in Telugu too. But they also have an interactive mode, by the way. Then you can actually talk to the podcast. Usually how.
Oh, hey, welcome. What's up?
So, so I want to know, like, what is the stance of Kotak about gold? And, like, what they have to say about gold investments now?
That is a fantastic question.
And it actually relates directly to this cautious positioning we were seeing.
Okay, let's unpack this. The stance of Kotak on gold is very clearly outlined in the fact sheet.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's not a uniform stance across all their funds.
Right. If you look at the Kotak Multi-Asset Allocation Fund, which is designed to spread risk, the actual allocation to gold is 5%.
And that is classified as overweight or O-cup within their designated range.
That means they are deliberately holding more gold than their typical neutral position for that type of fund.
And they are doing the same for silver, holding 12%, which is also an overweight position.
So while they are holding a neutral weight on equity overall,
they are actively betting on commodities, specifically gold and silver.
Yeah, that makes sense if they're nervous about a margin squeeze.
Precisely. Gold and silver act as a crucial hedge against inflation risks, or in this case, against the market jitters caused by low inflation and potential pricing power loss.
So they are worried about the market's direction.
They are worried enough to be overweighting the traditional safe haven assets.
And if you look at a fund specifically focused on this, like the Kotak Gold Silver Passive FOF, they have a massive 41.1% in gold ETF unit and 56.6%.
These answers I receive right now, by the way, are coming from my fact sheet only. That's how you basically use this tool called Notebook LM. All right, guys, that's what I have for today. I hope you had fun. But thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next session.